Hi Leo, welcome to your weekly love reading. What's really going on for you this week in terms of love? Whoops. The Star. Got a lot of major arcana cards here. So the major arcana, that's 21 cards in the deck, which aren't the suits. These 21 cards are like soul contract cards. They're the things that happen because of divine intervention. They're meant to happen in your life. So this is a very fated connection with the Star. Again, look at this. It's just like the Temperance card. Balance. 2 of Cups. Earth and water. One of you may be an earth sign, one of you may be a water sign. Doesn't necessarily have to be that, but it could be. And the Star, again, that's like following the star, or you made a wish and it manifested. You manifested each other. This is, Spirit wants you to know, this is a love beyond all other loves you've ever known. Again, whether that comes into 3D relationship or not, this is very, very profound. And the deeper purpose of all relationships are about growth and healing with the Star. So it's very, very profound. Be open-minded. Don't limit it to certain expectations of how things should be, maybe in terms of how we normally think about like relationships and things. Because when we limit a connection, it creates pain. That attachment is like a limitation. But when we go with the flow, when we allow things to manifest or happen in whatever, like in the present moment, we just live in the present moment. Whatever feels right in that present moment, we follow that kind of thing. What's the Temperance card about? Queen of Wands. Okay, there's another sunflower here. Temperance. So I feel the divine feminine especially is very balanced in this connection. I'm not trying to imply the divine masculine is imbalanced, but this is depicting a balanced divine feminine energy here. Maybe a lot of expression of the heart, pouring that alchemy, the love vibration between you both, and that's circulating. Someone here shining a lot of light, awareness into the connection, perhaps. Okay, so let's look at some oracle cards. Let's look at the chakra wisdom cards first. What's going on in your connection right now? What's going on in your connection? I want to say that it'd be interesting if it comes out in these cards. I want to say that perhaps in the 3D, if you were to look at this person and they were to look at you, or other people were to look at you both, on the outside, it would seem like nothing was going on. And that could be because of external circumstances where it just has to be that way. Or it could be because of shyness or insecurity or something like that. Throat chakra, expressing my feelings. Okay, so I do feel as though there is someone expressing emotions, but it's in a balanced way with that Temperance. Expressing these feelings that are like exploding out of their heart, out of their energy. I allow my emotions to be fully experienced. I acknowledge feelings of grief, anger, or fear, and I make a conscious effort to express my emotions or resolve them within myself so that I can move forward freely. I let the unconditional love experienced in my heart be expressed through my voice and my creativity. I let those close to me know how much I love and care for them. I forgive all of those who have done me wrong in the past, as well as forgiving myself, as I could not have responded in a more evolved way than I was able to at that time. So yeah, I definitely feel it's most likely divine feminine, because, you know, everyone's different. I'm not trying to stereotype, there's always exceptions, but for the most part, divine feminines or females, divine feminines don't have to be females, the divine feminine could be a male, but females in particular and divine feminines are often taught to express their emotions. They're conditioned to express emotions, talk about their feelings. And so I feel like it's a divine feminine here who is expressing that unconditional love. I let those close to me know how much I love and care for them, but in an unconditional way. This may be the gateway that you've moved through. For some of you that have known this person a long time, maybe it's not been this balanced in the past, but this is a very strong indication that balance is here. And it's because you don't have expectations anymore. You know, expectations created a lot of fear, triggering. You may have met a divine connection after you've had a lot of tumultuous kind of back and forth, cat and mouse, runner chaser kind of experiences in the past, and Spirit is saying you've met this person where it's much more balanced and grounded in terms of I wanted to say like down to earth, because it is grounded, but it's also the higher realms as well, that because you've healed, and this is what this card is about. We have the star as well, healing, but the Four of Swords is healing after heartbreak. This is a divine feminine here. Because you've healed after a lot of heartbreak in your life, you've learnt the lesson to not have expectations. You've learnt the lesson to give of your heart freely, no matter what the other person does. Sometimes in life, when you give your heart, the other person can walk all over you. I don't feel like this is a connection like that. I feel like you feel safe to express your feelings because you're balanced within yourself, and no matter what's returned to you, or if nothing's returned to you from expressing your heart, you're okay with that, because your heart is just overflowing, and it's in your nature to just express that, how much you care for other people, how much you love other people. Okay, so you could potentially be this sun energy sending a lot of light and love. Third chakra, solar plexus, the warrior. Yeah, you've embraced your inner strength, power and resilience, and I allow myself to shine. I unfold my full potential as an empowered person with a true sense of who I am. I grow in consciousness as I overcome and transcend life's challenges. I need the warrior inside me for the journey ahead, and I am courageous in moving forward. So yeah, this is a divine feminine who is very courageous. The yellow here is this solar plexus chakra, the warrior kind of energy. You're unafraid to express your truth. And you know in life that sometimes that amount of light causes some people to need to put their shades on and kind of shelter from the light because it's too much. But for others, they can like bask in that light, and it helps them become more of the light. They can embrace, they can receive that amount of light and love. Okay, so this is saying don't feel afraid to express yourself. As long as you don't have expectations, you'll be fearful of expressing your truth if you do have expectations. And you're worrying about, well, what's this person going to think? How are they going to react? Are they going to reciprocate or not? Look, you're in your power, personal power, solar plexus again. I choose to be myself and to express my truth. Okay, so when I said about some certain patterns coming up, when your heart opens to someone and it's maybe freaking you out a bit, maybe it's to do with you holding back your feelings. Maybe it's a fear of, oh, if I shine my light, then they might run away from me. Okay, if that happens, that happens. You need to be in your freedom. You need to know that no matter what happens, no matter how the other person reacts, it is not a reflection of your worth. I choose to be myself and to express my truth. I have a positive influence on the people and the situations around me. I allow my integrity and confidence to shine, which instills more confidence and belief in myself, and then encourages others to have natural confidence in me. I do not allow my personal power to become egotistical, manipulative or exploitative. That may be something you learned in the past as well. Maybe there was a bit of ego that got attached to this, because I feel you're a very powerful being. You send a lot of light out. Maybe the ego got a bit too involved in the past with that. But that's healed as well. So what's really going on in this connection? It's going to be another long reading. I can tell. It's already 36 minutes. Wow. Solar plexus again, oneness and unity. I accept the oneness of all life, and I know I am one with all others on this journey. I support them and let them support me. I am brave and not afraid to ask for assistance. I allow myself to empathize and sympathize with others, and I choose to see the love in all around me. I see everything as a part of my own life, and I accept others for who they are. I find common ground with others rather than differences, as this brings harmony into my life and into theirs. Wow, that's really powerful. So, I'm going to look at these cards here. I'm really sorry, I know people keep saying, can you please leave the links to these cards, but I've got rid of all the packaging because my house was just getting so filled up with boxes and stuff. I've just kept the cards, and I can't remember the names of some of them, unfortunately. What's going on in your connection? Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. Okay, so it could be that you're triggering each other, but from what I'm seeing, there's a lot of harmony and balance in these cards here. So maybe there could be other third parties involved, like I mentioned at the start. Look, there's a distance here. I feel this is like you and this person. You see each other, maybe you look at each other from afar in the 3D. You're very connected in the divine higher realms. It could be something to do with your breaking up karma with this person. Karmic relationships are being brought into question. Whatever, conclusions happen there, it's been brought up into your awareness. Lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. So yeah, you've had past lives with this person. You've had experiences with them on other planets, maybe. soul memories and gifts. Your gifts are reawakening through this gateway you've gone through with this person. What else is going on in this connection? Earth pulsing, pulse of Mother Earth. Slow down, time in nature. So yeah, this is, to me, is a time of reflection. This looks like that Four of Swords card where she's resting. There's need for rest, relaxation. Again, I just feel like this. You just feel so connected to nature, to earth, to beyond earth. Slow down. Okay, this connection has caused you both to slow down, see the bigger picture, and start exploring beyond previous previous like limitations of the mind, confinement of the mind, seeing beyond that. What's going on in your connection? Portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. So yeah, brand new beginnings. A portal into your higher self. Okay, so I am going to do the Rumi Oracle now. Okay. I'm putting these back. I know some people are going to hate me for that, but that's too much to read. One was she who drinks the wine, sorry, she who offers the wine, drink from it. Yeah, I know some people are going to hate me for putting those back, but I want one card, please. Otherwise I'll be reading forever. What's the really powerful message needed here? What's going on in this connection? What does the divine want to tell you? We have Star Mother Arrakis, 23. Okay, 23. Starts off with a poem by Rumi. Just seeing how much I got to read to prepare myself. Okay. Be the king who has made his own kingdom. Be the moon that has made her own summit. How much longer will you cuckoo like a pigeon? Empty your head of all mortal lusts and become life without breath. You will not call out for God anymore, for you have become immersed in God. And here's the channeled message. Your star mother Arrakis dances with your soul on the celestial inner planes. She dances in the embrace of Father Sky, shining white and pale, deep in devotion to the light behind all that is. Arrakis, dancing star of the heavens, incites our souls to feel the rhythm of life and surrender to it in flow, in grace, stumbling and in play. Like a child who thinks not of the right steps, but just moves with music and with joy, she reminds you to dance freely and from your heart. Oh, that reminds me of last night my son was dancing to Mario music, and it was so cute, just like looking at him and without him having any sense of self-consciousness, because it was just me watching him, and it was really lovely. She reminds you that your soul is constantly dancing with the divine. What better way to connect with the joy and beauty of your soul than to mimic its movements? So dance, beloved. Let your being dance. O Arrakis, your bright beauty penetrates even the darkest of minds to remember, remember, remember. She calls out. Her voice is music to our hearts. You are a child of heaven. You are born of such regal stuff, dear dancing child of the stars. When you suffer, I send you my comfort as stars falling from the sky. When you triumph, my dance becomes wild and light erupts from my heart in all directions. The light becomes music, stirring within you with an urge, almost inexplicable and yet so very deep and real, to make music, to create art, to dance, to play, to be at one with the joyful creative energy that dwells within you, beloved. Star child, earth angel, divine creature, your star mother keeps an eye on all the wild games happening in the sacred playground of the earth. She will care for you, righteous and true, shining divine justice and protection. No bully shall prevail over you. No bully from within you shall prevail either. No lies, deceit or injustice shall temper your wild truths. Be demanding in claiming her love for you. Learn how to love yourself as she loves you, with wild, unconditional, passionate regard. Be like the child wailing for its mother, Ma, 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 come close. Then she descends like a torrential downpour of devotional light. A tsunami of affection is unleashed. A rampaging cosmic tigress hurtles towards you, her claws gripping the fabric of the skies as she rushes to protect her beloved cub. She will fight for you against the forces that will dull you and dumb you down, obscure your brilliance, and stultify your free-form dance into strict choreographed movements. She will pour her luminous essence into every crevice of your demanding soul. Nothing can resist her light. All shall be washed and revived in the outpouring of her luminous love. Then, sated and content, you are the child so secure in the love of the mother. You trust in life implicitly and in what is brought to your door. You do not succumb to untruths. You do not resist because you are safe, held in the love of the mother. You have no need to resist. What is there to resist? Nothing. There is only the loving truth in your world, and all is at peace in your heart. And should there be cause to stand up and fight for love, for freedom, for light, for her truths of unconditional love, respected and honoured, well, you shall be particularly equipped for success. When there is that war to fight, you shall be the warrior who defends the motherland, absolute in your devotion to her ways and empowered through her vast, I don't know what that says, triumphant power. And shall you bludgeon your way with brute force and fear? Of course not. So here is your guidance. Lay down your old weapons, for new technology awaits you. It is the most magnificent of forces, that of divine alignment, of surrender to the Star Mother and her way of luminous potency. From her great vantage point, the vastest problems of our earthly mindsets are merely in need of a quick whipping by the tail of a comet, and this she easily achieves by flicking a strand of her hair or poking out her tongue. In the hands of a greater being, even your deepest trials will succumb to divine victory. Your ability to take the journey will be strengthened, and your success only a matter of passing of time. Can you give yourself this gift, this blessing of the love, power and protection of your star heritage? We all descend from the stars, but some of us are asked to remember to acknowledge the divine parentage from which we come, and to allow the innate divine dignity within to restore us to faith in the path here on earth, no matter how dark life on earth may seem at times. When we remember our holy heritage, we can also realize, yes, I am blessed, held as one with the Mother who shall not be deterred from great holy purpose. I shall prevail. I forgot that and feared, but now I remember and am determined once more. Then you shall feel joy, and be inclined to dance, to sing, to make your art, and to live fearlessly once again. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye.